Hi boys and girls, hi moms and dads, people who are helping the little ones watch this video. I wanted to say hi, it's Mr. Painter, and I wanted to just kind of check in with everybody, say hi, and I hope you're well, I hope you're healthy, hope you're staying safe, and I miss you tremendously. Let's send a big hug to everybody, because it's been too long since I've been able to do that, so just want you to know that I'm missing you guys. And I still want to go ahead and talk about some things and teach you guys a little bit. And we're going to review some of the personal hygiene things that we have talked about in the past, because now in today's world, more than ever, this is a really important part that we teach in health for the kindergarten and the first grade. It is appropriate for both grade levels, and higher than that even, but definitely for us. And so I want to talk about it a little bit. It's worth reviewing. And then I'm gonna actually add a couple videos. I'm gonna show myself washing my hands, and we're gonna talk about coughing and sneezing. And then I'm also going to try to explain the social distancing a little bit for the kids, maybe hopefully in a way that makes them understand exactly kind of what's going on in our world today. Obviously a very unique situation that we're in, which is why I'm in my garage teaching health and PE, which is a little different. So I will also be putting some exercise videos online for your children to get some exercise with me. And I will do it here in my garage or in the house or outside, wherever we can. Hopefully the weather will lighten up and we'll be able to do that. So I don't want to make these videos too long because I know the attention span I'm dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I want to review, boys and girls, the personal hygiene. We talked about this in class. And when we talked about personal hygiene, I hope you remember, it means how you keep yourself clean, personally. Your body, your person. So it's so important that we stay clean, because when we are clean, we are healthier. So one of the most important things that are happening in the world today that we can do with our personal hygiene to stay healthier is to make sure that we are washing our hands. So when we talk about hand washing, we are talking about keeping these things clean. Now, why is that so important? Well, because these things touch everything else in the world. They touch our faces, they touch our shoulders, they touch our toes, they touch our stinky socks, they touch our food, they touch our friends, they touch our moms, our dads, our grandmas, our grandpas, the people we hug, our dogs, our cats when we pet them. These things touch everything. So we need to make sure that they are clean, because these things can hold germs. And if they're on my hands and I touch somebody else, I can pass that germ without even knowing it. And we don't want to do that because we want to stay healthy. So if we're good hand washers, we will get rid of lots of the germs and we will slow down everything that is happening. And we can keep ourselves and our friends and family healthier. So when you're hand washing, just like we talked about before, obviously we got to use good soap. When you're using good soap, give yourself a good pump in your hand and get it going. And I'll show you that in a minute. While you are rubbing and washing your hands, we call this the washing. When you're washing, you need to sing your ZYXs or your ABCs or some song. There are a million songs you can sing, but it needs to be a song that lasts for about 20 to 30 seconds, 30 being better than 20. And I'm going to sing the ZYXs for you when I show you how to wash my hands. And I want you to focus on, when we're washing, you got to make sure you scrub the front of your hands, the back of your hands. You got to make sure that you get under your nails, all parts of your hands. Because if I just wash my palms, then the germs could still be hiding back here, or under here, or on the sides, or by your thumbs. So we need to make sure that we do a good job washing all of your hands, okay? And then we will rinse them. So I'm going to make a quick video on that. Now, coughing and sneezing. These two are really important. When I talk about the social distancing part, this will be really, it'll come into play a lot more. So boys and girls, when we're talking about social distancing and keeping ourselves far apart, instead of being so close and being further apart, coughing and sneezing, this is really important, because when I cough or sneeze, or when that happens, little tiny droplets of mucus, basically, I know, funny word, phlegm, anyways, it's like water, and it comes out of your body, it comes out of your nose, can come out of your mouth, and those things can fly through the air, and they do. When we sneeze, it's like an invisible little cloud of these, and they spread out and they travel through the air, and then they will come down and land on things. Now, Inside of those little tiny droplets can be the germs and the viruses that we don't want to share with other people because we don't want to get people sick. So what we've learned to do is, like we've talked about before, if I'm going to cough or sneeze and there's a tissue handy, I want to grab that tissue and I want to cough or sneeze into the tissue. And then I fold that tissue up and I throw it directly into a garbage can. I don't touch anything else now until I wash my hands. That's important. If you don't have a tissue, and that happens often, you might be in your classroom, you might be reading a story, you might be all curled up in your bed, ready to go to sleep, and all of a sudden a sneeze comes on. You don't have time to go get a tissue? Use the inside of your elbow. Lots of people just call it your elbow. But your elbow's back here, that would be hard to do. So we're going to call it the elbow pit. Kind of like you have an armpit. We got an elbow pit. So if you sneeze into your elbow pit, and I go, achoo. Now hopefully I've contained all those little particles, all those little droplets with the germs and the viruses in them. Hopefully I've contained them into my elbow. Now I can't spread them as easily because I use these to pick up my pencil, to raise my hand, to talk to my neighbor, to shake hands. But I don't use my elbow. I don't pick up my pencil and write like this. We don't shake elbows. Hello, how are you? Okay, we've kind of learned this one, but we want to make sure that this part, the germs stay here instead of here. Now I need to remember that I'm sneezing here occasionally, so this isn't something you want to touch often. Okay, so coughing and sneezing, just to help protect ourselves and our friends and our neighbors. Tissue or your elbow. Okay, now I told you I want to keep these kind of short. So that was a nice simple one about personal hygiene. Now, of course, bathing is still personal hygiene, and that's important in this too. You guys should be bathing every day or every other day even while we're at the stay-at-home time. That's important. Even though you're still at home, our bodies still get dirty. So make sure you're still taking care of yourselves. Okay? I'm going to put another short video up about social distancing, and I'm also going to post one about washing your hands. So that's enough on personal hygiene today. It was nice talking to you guys, even though it's not in person, but this is kind of helping me out. I feel a little better, and I miss you guys tremendously. So elbows, not the elbow pit, elbows, or, I'd much rather just give you a big hug, okay? Big hug, miss you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.